starts, here are some classroom Medicats. First, be on time. Be ready at least 10 minutes before the class begins. Mute your microphone. Turn it on only if you're going to respond to or ask a question. Keep your camera on so that your teacher and classmates can see you. Be attentive. Pay attention to your teacher while he is explaining or while your classmate is speaking. Wait to be acknowledged before speaking. Talk with your normal voice with respect. Wear appropriate clothes. Use the chat box to post relevant comments and questions. Participate actively in each session. Be reminded that this is still a classroom. Treat everyone how you would like to be treated.
A warm welcome to everyone. I, Kurting El Iso, extend a warm greeting to all of you to this exciting and vibrant demonstration teaching learning. So, let us bow down our heads and acknowledge the presence of the Lord. Lord, we offer to you our class today. We pray that through your divine guidance, we would learn how to listen attentively to the inputs of our teacher. May we appreciate his effort in imparting his knowledge to us. May we participate actively in this discussion and activities so we could learn more while having fun. We ask this in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
A pleasant afternoon to everyone who is watching right now, our guests, our participants, our teachers, and those who are at Facebook Live. Here is the attendance for today's class. For Group 1, everyone is present, 7 out of 7. For Group 2, everyone is also present, 7 out of 7. And for Group 3, all of them are present, also 7 out of 7. Let us give a round of 3 claps for all of the participants.
So good afternoon, everyone. Are you ready for the Energizer? Thumbs up if yes. So for our Energizer today, we will call it the math puzzle. In this, we will identify the parts of the circle by filling the boxes according to the given description. So we will use the wheel of modesty as a form to know who will answer the questions. So let's start. So we have Limon. Limon, can you answer the first question?
The arc exceeds 180 degrees. Major arc.
Okay, let's see if you're correct. Okay, that's correct. Thank you, Limon. So for our next is Fajardo. Fajardo, can you answer the second question?
A chord that passes through the center of the circle. It is a diameter po.
Okay, let's see if it's correct. Okay, thank you, Fardo. So for the third question, let's have Panganiban.
A line that intersects a circle in 2 points. Radius.
Is he correct? Ron, do you think she's correct? Wrong.
So the correct answer is second. For the fourth one,
Papa. Can we please have Papa?
Radius.
Are you sure?
Yeah, ano ba to? Yes.
Ron.
so the answer is
Oh, so sorry.
For number 5,
Villamor. Villamor, can you read the description and answer the question?
A line that intersects a circle in exactly 1 point. Tangent. Tangent po yung answer ko.
Okay, that's correct. Thank you, Villamor. For the next one, we have Gavituya. Gavituya, can you answer the question? The description?
An arc that does not exceed 180 degrees. It's minor arc.
Okay, that's correct. Thank you. So for the last, we have Nase. Nase, can you read the description and answer the question?
A line segment whose endpoints are on a circle. Chord.
Okay, let's see if you're correct. Okay, you're correct. Thank you, Nase. Okay, so this level is completed, so we can proceed to the next one. Thank you.
thank you. That's all for our energizer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the preliminary activities group number 1, and I really appreciate the way you presented your review of the lessons. Now, let us proceed now to our lesson. So I think everyone is familiar with this one, right? Right? I think everyone's familiar with this game. I think you've been playing this game for quite some time, no? So before I click the next slide, I want you to raise your hands on the screen. I want to see your hands. I want to see your hands on the screen. Yan. Please put your hands on the screen where I can see them. Yan. Okay. So Jenny Abarque, show your hands. Okay. And I want you to loosen up. Loosen up, loosen up, loosen up. And let's just enjoy the session, guys. Loosen up, okay? Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? Okay. So in Among Us, there is an imposter, if you're aware of that. And I have here 5 characters. All of them are claiming that they are central angle. Okay, all of them are claiming that they are central angle. But there is one of them is not actually a central angle. And our goal is to find which of them is the imposter. Which of them is pretending to be a central angle when in fact he is not a central angle. I'm going to pick names here, and then you're going to choose a color, and we will check if they are a central angle or not. Okay, so let me call on Ios from group number 1. Ios, please turn on your microphone and pick a color, Ios.
Color black.
Black, okay. Now, Ios, is this a central angle or not?
It is a central angle.
Okay, a central angle. Okay, that's correct. So meaning this character is not our imposter. Thank you, Ios. Now, for the next one, let me call on Aaron from group number 2. Please pick another color. Let's find the imposter.
Green.
Green. Okay, let's click green. And we have here another figure. Is this a central angle or not?
Central angles.
Central angle. Therefore, he's not the imposter. Let's pick another color. From group number 3, let's call on Abulo, Precious Abulo. Please pick a color.
Color red.
Red. Okay. So here we have another circle and with an angle. Is this a central angle or not?
Central angle po.
Okay. Therefore, this is not the imposter. So we have 2 more colors left. So we'll go back to group number 1. Let's have Serna. Serna, pick another color.
Blue.
Blue. Blue. Okay. So, Serna, what's your judgment?
Blue is a central angle, sir.
Okay. Blue is a central angle. So therefore, that color is not the imposter as well. So we have one crewmate left. So Gian Hernandez. Okay. Gian Hernandez from group number 2. Are you there? I'm going to click this and then you're going to identify if this is a central angle or not. Are you there, Gian Hernandez?
Yes po.
Okay. So there. Is this a central angle or not?
No po.
Yun. Therefore, this is our imposter. So this one is not the central angle. Now, can you describe this figure, Gian?
The 3 dots that are located inside the circle, all of them are not in position in the center, so it's not considered as a central angle.
Okay, so the points are located on the circle, and actually the vertex not on the center, which is why it's not a central angle. Now, we're going to use the concept of this Among Us, wherein we are living in a world where many lies are inside the truth, are hiding behind the truth. So I want you to watch this video, and think if you are trained to reason. So a lot of information are around us during this new era of the new normal, and I want you to listen closely to this, to the message of this video.
What on earth were you thinking? You are asked to...
Maraming kasinungalingan nagtatago sa likod ng mga nagpapanggap na balita. Isang hamon para sa ating mga Pilipino ang maging mapanuri sa mga napapasang salita.
The best antidote to fake news is truth.
Sa mga balita, maging mapanuri.
Aarestuhin na raw kasi ng mga pulis ang sinumang magkakalat ng fake news tungkol sa COVID-19.
Madalas ay hindi na natin iniisip kung ang bagong impormasyon ay totoo o legit.
Now, dahil sa pagkapanalong yan, namimigay daw si Senator Pacquiao ng mga motor at sasakyan.
Ang nakasulat, Welcome to the Philippines, Province of China. si Manila Archbishop Luis Antonio Cardinal Tagle with a quote saying na dapat daw simbahan ang mamuno sa Pilipinas dahil sila ang nagdadala ng mensahe ng Diyos upang maligtas tayo sa kadiliman. Nitong nakaraang buwan, kumalat ang ilang litrato ng bago umanong mga 10,000 peso bills sa social media.
At sa makabagong henerasyong nabubuhay sa social media, anong tulong ang magagawa ng matematika?
Okay, so are you familiar with the topic of the video? What is the video all about? Sophia Beneflor.
It's all about fake news.
Yeah, it's all about fake news. Like in Among Us, there are false information that are hiding like a news, but they're actually false information. They are not true. And our goal here is this one. As global citizens, we must think critically. Okay, but what's the role of math in thinking critically? Here comes mathematics. Actually, whenever we talk about the application of mathematics, normally people think that mathematics is about like buying something from the store, counting your money, but mathematics is more than that. Probably your reaction is this, like, how can we be critical with mathematics? When I say we can use math everywhere, then you're going to say, look, how can we use math everywhere? Especially with this kind of lesson. But math is applicable everywhere. So mathematics actually teach us to investigate. Okay? That's why we're trying to tackle here fake news. Because if you are studying mathematics, then you're going to learn how to investigate and how to think critically. You should be able to assess an information, whether it's valid or not. And then you're going to investigate a new information before accepting that new information. For example, I'm going to tell you that the inscribed angle theorem is this. Can you please read what's written? Kurt Iso.
If an angle, if formed using two chords with its vertex lying on the circle, then the measure of the angle's form is half to the measure of its intercepted angle.
Intercepted arc. Okay.
Intercepted arc.
Okay, thank you, Iso. Now, we can simply adapt to this theorem. We can simply accept this. But as a global citizen, as someone who is critical, as someone who investigates, as someone who lives in the new era, we have to learn that before accepting this theorem, we have to learn how to check how did this happen? What's the reason behind this theorem? And that's our target for today. So even if there's a theorem presented to us, we are not like passive individual that will just simply do what is being told to us. We have to practice how to investigate before accepting that new information to us. Now, let's proceed here. I want you to look here. Yeah. 8 and share. Okay, so in inscribed angle theorem, the theorem says that the measure of the angle formed is half the measure of the intercepted arc. For example, if this arc measures, let's say it's 80 degrees, then the inscribed angle, which is this one, should be half, which is now 40 degrees. So these are the three cases, case number 1, case number 2, case number 3. Also, if I say that this is 50 degrees, the intercepted arc should be 25 degrees. So that's the inscribed angle theorem. But we are not trying to learn formula only in mathematics. It's not the main goal of mathematics. Before we proceed on using this theorem, we have to investigate first, how did this happen? That's our target for today, to find out how did this happen. Now, I've sent activities in your Google Classroom. So if you have seen them, let's go back to the slide. Okay, so I have sent information or worksheet in your Google Classroom, wherein we're going to check the three cases of inscribed angle theorem. We will investigate if the theorem stated is correct or not. Before we accept a theorem, we have to be sure how it happened. What's the reason behind the theorem? Now, since we are living in the new normal, we're going to use an application to check the inscribed angle theorem. So group number one, we'll be talking about the case number one wherein the inscribed angle passes through the circle center, and that's on your attached worksheet from your Google Classroom. Group number two will be talking about, we'll be investigating about this, the center of the circle lies in the interior of the inscribed angle. That's case number two. And for group number three, they will be investigating about the center of the circle lies outside the inscribed angle. So there are links in this in the Google Classroom. And before you present, I would like to remind that in your presentation, I'm going to look for these factors. So the criteria first is the work or task is well distributed within group members. So you will receive 2 points if every member of your group has a role to do, and 1 point if few members were not given tasks to do. Which means that as the presenter, you have to share to the group the role of each member. You have to assign roles to them. And second presentation, the presentation is clear and correct. They arrive at the correct conclusion. So that's 3 points. Number 2 points if you reach, if the presentation are correct with few minor errors. That's 2 points. And 1 point is the presentation was different from the assigned task, needs total revision. And for the time, the group accomplished the task, including the presentation within the given time frames. That's 3 points. And 2 points if the group accomplished the task but exceeds in the given time frame. And 1 point if the group presentation needs to be cut because of too much time spent. Okay, since we are in this flexible learning area, I uploaded the worksheets in advance together with week 3 worksheet and modules given by the school. So I think everyone has downloaded the file, and we will proceed now to our breakout session. So I'm going to give you around 10 to 12 minutes in the breakout sessions. And when we break out, you have to proceed to your respective group numbers. So there would be group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. Okay, so you'll be given 10 to 12 minutes for the breakout session to finalize your answer, to talk about your answers, to brainstorm, and you will be given 3 minutes for the presentation of your work after the breakout session. So, wait, let's, we will have 3 breakout rooms. Okay, so please proceed to your specific breakout room. Okay, in 1, 2, 3, and go. Okay, so, and
Sir, wala po.
okay, who can access their group? Avorke.
Kaya po.
Avorke, I will move Avorke to group number, there, Althea. EOS, I will assign EOS to, and Papa is group number 2. Althea, I'm going to give you to group number 3. So those who can access the breakout session, I'm going to assign you to your respective group. So Prasha Bulo, group number 3, and okay. So there we have the respective group members to their respective groups. So there, okay. So for our observers, ma'am and sir, you can actually visit their group 1, group 2, and group 3 to check what they are doing in their respective groups. Yeah.
Sir, can I visit another group?
So if there are some of our co-teachers would like to visit another breakout room, I will assign you, ma'am, to the choice to your chosen group. So, ma'am, we have here, ma'am, si Ma'am Irene Agar. Would you like, ma'am, to visit a breakout session, ma'am?
Sige sir, medyo mahina kasi ang net kaya
Okay, ma'am.
nawawala ako.
Okay, ma'am. Sige po. Okay, so we ended our breakout session. So let's wait until all of your classmates are back on our main session. So they have to click the leave the breakout session room. Okay, so from what I have observed from the different groups, I think you really maximize our setup, which is flexible learning setup. I have given you the task in advance, and your leaders are very responsible enough to prepare the task on hand. Okay, so yeah. So we'll start the presentation with group number 1, followed by group number 2 and group number 3. If in case you cannot present the link given to you in your Google Classroom, I will be presenting the GeoGebra after your presentation, if in case you cannot present. But if you have access to it, and then you can present as well the exact link I have given to you, then it's better to explain with that link. Okay, are you ready, group number 1? Again, we follow the rubrics, participation, the presentation, and the time. Okay, so group number 1, please take the floor.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Today, we will be presenting the case 1 of our worksheet. So, the case 1 of our worksheet is one side of inscribed angle passes through the circle center. And the first question would be, write the measure of the green angle in terms of x. How do you know this to be true? So, the answer is, the measure of the green angle is x. We can see from the figure that the opposite of the angles are congruent. Since this is the case, the angles are also congruent. So the measure of the green angle is x.
For the second question, find the measure of angle BOA in terms of x. The equation for this item is angle BOA is equals to 180 minus 2x. You just need to add the two given angles to get the third angle, and to see if it's right, you just need to add them all and they need to be equivalent to 180 degrees.
Letter C. Use your result from B to write the measure of central angle COB in terms of x. What do you get? The measure of angle COB is 2x since it is the central angle.
For our conclusion, we therefore conclude that the inscribed angle is just half the central angle and intercept angle. The intercept and central angle are equal. That's all po. Thank you.
Okay, thank you group number one. And for the benefit of group number two and group number three, I will be showing them your task. Okay, we will confirm your answer. But allow me to correct the correct term for. I saw in the figure that you're trying to say opposite sides of the triangle. I think the right term would be the base angles for the isosceles triangle. So, and the base angles of the isosceles triangle are congruent. Okay, so allow me to share the screen so other groups would see, yeah, what we did here. Okay, let's check your answer. You answered that, okay, okay, is it visible on your screen, the case number one? Okay, so for group number two and group number three, this is the one being accessed by group number one. It is linked to the activity given to them. And to check if their conclusion is correct, so we're going to slide this, okay, to form. This is what they're trying to say, opposite angles, but these are actually base angles of an isosceles triangle. Okay, to confirm if this is really twice of the inscribed, we will slide this. Okay, so this is the first x, okay, and the second x, okay, which is why they arrive at the conclusion that the measure of the inscribed angle is half the measure of the central angle, given that they have the same intercepted arc. Okay, this is their presentation. Maybe they weren't able to share the screen. Okay. Now for group number, thank you very much, group number one, and then we'll go back to we'll proceed with group number two. Okay, for group number one, I think, yeah, everyone participated, and then they were able to present it on time. And for the presentation, I just corrected few words, so yeah, not so big errors, but just minor corrections for the terms. Okay, thank you very much, group number one. Okay, let's give group number one a virtual clap. Yeah, virtual clap for group number one. Yeah, and virtual clap for group number one. And let's go with group number two. Okay, please share your screen.
So good afternoon, everyone. Everyone is here in the Zoom meet. I'm Ralph Andre Pardo, the leader of group number two, and our case here is, without introducing any new variable, find the following angle measures in terms of x, y, or both. Remember, the entire purple inscribed angle is equal to angle BAC is equal to x. Label these variable measures in your diagram as well. So for our answers,
Okay, for the measure of angle BAO, it is equal to y because it is observed in the picture that the triangle is an isosceles triangle in which the sides are equal and angles are also equal.
For the second one, angle OAC, with relation to the given triangles in the figure and the given equal sides, we can say that the measure of angle OAC is x minus y.
For the third one, the angle COA is equal to 180 minus 2 times x minus y. Since we know that the two sides are equal, we can assume that the two angles have the same value, which is y. Therefore, we deduct it to 180 because it is the total measurement of the angles given to the triangle.
For the next, angle AOB is equal to 180 minus 2y because angle AOB has a similar principle with angle COA since it is on the different sides. Now we subtract it to 2y.
And lastly, the measurement of angle ACO is x minus y because it is similar to angle OAC, therefore they have the same measurement.
And for our last angle, which is angle BOC, and since we have the two given angles, which is angle COA and angle AOB, we must add them. We must add them to come up with the formula. Open bracket 180 minus quantity 180 minus 2x minus 2y close plus 180 minus 1 minus quantity 180 minus 2y is equal to BOC. If we equate the two terms and simplify it further, we will arrive at 2x minus 2y at one side of the formula and 2y from the other. Upon further simplification, the final result is 2x. So this concludes that angle BOC is equal to 2x. In conclusion, the measurement of the central angle in a circle is twice the measurement of the inscribed angle. The central angle subtends the same arc on the circle. Even if the vertex is moved throughout different locations on the circle, the measurement of the angle remains the same. That is all po. Thank you.
Ralph, can you present the link? Can you present the link, Fardo? Okay, so in that case, maybe I would be the one presenting it for the benefit of group number 1 and group number 2. So this is the task of group number 2. Okay, so the proof. So it was given to them in advance so that they could investigate prior to the discussion. So the figure was made by extending this, and they will be confirming their answer through this one. Okay, so the answer that the central angle is twice of the inscribed angle, and to confirm, they can pull out this, and they will have 2x. Okay, but allow me to share another way to do it. Since you have an angle here that you solve and another angle here, the total measure of the three angles formed here would be 360 degrees. So it will give you the same answer of 2x when you subtract your angles here, angle AOB and angle AOC with 360 degrees. Okay, same answer. You will be receiving, or you will be having 2x. Okay, so thank you very much, group number 2, for your explanation. And I think your leader and every member of the group deserves a virtual clap. Okay, give them a clap, group number 1 and 3. Okay, Kurt, Iso, give them a clap. Iso, I'm seeing you on the screen. Yeah, okay, okay. Okay, let's move on to group number 3. Thank you very much again, group number 2. Okay, so for group number 3, who would be presenting? Please take the floor, and NASA is there.
So good afternoon, everyone. This is the work of Group 3, which is the case number 3 is about inscribed angles. As we can see in the shaded part of a triangle, there is an angle that measures, the angle ACO measures Y. We have to find the angle CAO to get the angle AOC. First, we all know that an isosceles triangle has two equal base angles. Therefore, the angle CAO is equal also like the angle ACO. It is measures y degrees. We have to find the angle AOC. We all know that a triangle is an isosceles triangle is a supplementary, which therefore the angle AOC is equals to um, 180 degrees minus 2y. There, you can see in the PowerPoint, in the first column, the angle AOC will be, to get the measure of it is equals to 180 minus 2y. Yeah. The next shaded triangle is also an isosceles triangle. As I've said, an isosceles triangle has two equal base angle. We can see that an angle BAO has a measure of x, but there is missing. The angle ABO is we have to find out. Um, in the last in the last discussion, the angle CAO measures y. Now, to get the angle ABO, we have to plus the x and the y. The angle ABO now is measures x plus y. Next is we have to measure the angle AOB. Um, just like um, just like the other triangle, it is supplementary and it measures angle AOB is equals to 180 degrees minus 2x minus 2y. Next, we have to find the angle BOC. We can see that it is an inscribed angle. It is an centered angle. Angle BOC is equals to angle AOC minus angle AOB is equals to 180 degrees minus 2y minus the angle AOB, which is 180 degrees minus 2x degrees minus 2y degrees. And the angle BOC measures 2x. Number 1. What expression gives the measure of central angle BOC? It is angle BOC is equals to angle AOC minus angle AOB. Next is, does this result agree with your response to on the first page? Yes.
This activity just proves that the measure of the inscribed angle is half of the intercepted arc, since the central angle is equals to the intercepted arc and the inscribed angle is half of the measure of the central angle. And that's just for our activity in case 3. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for group number 3. And so, yeah. Screen. Okay. Okay. So for group number 3, okay, they were also discussing about the measure of the inscribed angle with relation to the central angle, and almost all of the proof here uses the isosceles triangle and the properties of the isosceles triangle in order to prove the inscribed angle theorem. Now, let me remind that the measure of the interior angles of a triangle, of any triangle, is 180 degrees. Rather than calling it supplementary, because I think the supplementary angles would be better used if you have a pair of angles. But in triangle, we have 3 angles, so I think we can simply call that the sum of the interior angles of any triangle is 180 degrees. So thank you very much, group number 3. And They also showed the presentation. They were able to share the screen. Okay, so from there, having the three cases, okay, having the three cases shown to us, that's the only time that we are going to accept this inscribed angle theorem. So let's try the solution. Okay, so let's apply the theorem, because after proving it, you will accept the new information, and then after proving it, after accepting this, we will apply this to the problem. Okay, so this one. Okay, so after the breakout session, let us apply. So there, okay, if you really understood the lesson well, so I have here 9 examples, and then we will do it fast. I'm going to call based on my list here. I see you on the second screen. So let's have from group number 1. Okay, so from group number 1, Alice Villamore, can you solve for the measure of angle BCD on the first square? Alice, from group number 2, Villamore.
Yes, sir.
Eto. Can you see it on your screen? The first circle, okay. What's the measure of angle BCD? Okay, so while the rest are waiting, you can find a circle, and if I call you, you can choose another circle. Yes?
43 po. 43
okay.
degrees.
43 degrees. Okay, now, when I click this, a part of a picture will be shown to you, which is related to our lesson for today. Okay, and the next, let's have from group number 3, we have Bernadette Año Nuevo. So how about this circle? Do you see the hand of the mouse? Yeah. Find the value of x here.
Number 2 po.
This one. Can you see the arrow of the mouse?
Hindi.
Sige. Ito, the one with 104 degrees on the screen.
52.
Lower, yan, 52 degrees. Okay, that's correct. So how about from group number 1, we have EOS. This one, the middlemost circle. Find the value of x, EOS. From group number 1, where's EOS? Yeah, there. So what's the measure of x?
150 po.
150 degrees. Ba't nahihiya? Lakas ng boses natin. Tama naman ang sagot. Okay, 150 degrees. Ayan, there's a small part of the picture already. Okay. How about from group number 2, let's have Gian Hernandez. Can you solve for the value of x here, the one with 91 degrees on the right side of the picture?
91 degrees din.
Okay, look at the picture again. What kind of angle are we talking about with the value of x? This one. Right part of your screen. So the one with 91 degrees. What's the value of x? Gian Hernandez from group number 2. Hello, Gian. Can do it, Gian. So again, what was our instruction about inscribed angles? So, para masagutan ni Gian, let's help Gian. Kurt Iso, can you tell us again the inscribed angle theorem with relation to the intercepted arc? What should be done to find the inscribed angle? Based on our discussion a while ago. Yes, Gian. Ready? Okay.
We divide 91 degrees by 2, so the value of x should be 45.5 degrees.
Ayun, that's correct. Okay, so hindi na kailangan si Isa, nakasagot na si Gian. Okay, thank you very much, Gian Hernandez. So this is 45.5. Okay, so next, how about this one? Oh, it's your turn now, Iso. Kurt Iso. The one, 60? 62
degrees po.
Yeah, 62 degrees, and it's getting clearer and clearer now. How about this one? The second second circle, but in this problem, I'm going to be asking about the measure of angle FGH. Okay. Angle FGH, please answer this. Nase. Angle FGH. Nase.
35 degrees, sir.
Okay, 35 degrees. Paano kinuha Nase? What was your plan of action? How did you do it, Nase? Because I gave the measure of the other arc. How did you come up with 35 degrees? But that's correct. Okay, Nase. Just want to find out your solution. First is, you solve for what? Please turn on your microphone, Nase.
180 degrees minus 110 degrees.
Okay.
And then the result will be divided by 2. That will be the measure.
Okay, thank you very much, Nase. That's correct. So we have now here the bigger picture, and let's have a work. This one. We have last three circles of work. Measure of JLK, angle JLK. A work. So the upper right circle, JLK.
47.5.
Answer is
47.
Okay, 47. Okay, correct. And then next, Serna, angle CAB from this circle. Angle CAB is
40 degrees po, sir.
40 degrees. Again, last one, let's have, sino kaya ang pinagpala? Last one, we have Grifalda. Okay, Grifalda. What's the measure of arc DC? Okay, arc DC. What's the measure of arc DC?
119.
Arc DC? 119 is the sum of the two angles, but we're trying to find here the measure of arc DC. You have to find first the measure of an angle before arriving with this arc. This one first, yeah. To find the measure of this arc, you have to find the measure of another angle first. Where is Grifalda? Let's help Grifalda. How about, who can help Grifalda understand this problem? Yeah, let's see from the screen. How about Crisela? Can you help Grifalda? This is a triangle. We have here a triangle that measures with interior angles 49, 70, and we're trying to find here the arc. The clue here is that this arc is the intercepted arc of the inscribed angle B. So you have first to find the value of B. You have to find the B first. Yes, ayan. John Ree is coming back. Grifalda, what's the measure of B? Again? 100. Please speak louder. Okay. Which is 122? Angle B or the arc?
The arc.
Okay, the arc is 122 degrees. Coming from the idea that angle B is 61 degrees. Okay. Now, I think everyone is familiar with this. What is this place? Benaflor, are you familiar with this place?
Philippine Arena.
Yes, Philippine Arena. Where is it? Where is it located, Benaflor? Who's familiar with this? I think some of you are familiar with this. Where is it located? Let's have. Do you know where is it located? Like a province. What province is this?
Bukawi, Bulacan, sir.
Yeah, Bukawi, Bulacan. Coming from, who answered that, Nase?
Ako
Did you
po.
answer that? Yes, okay. This is from Bukawi, Bulacan. Now, why is it included to our lesson? Because, okay, the very reason why Coliseum or theater uses circle is because of inscribed angle. Okay, so do you see it on your screen where to sit? Do you see it on your screen? Okay. Do you see it on your screen? This circle with the stage. Can you see it on your screen? Okay, this application of the inscribed angle. Wherein, if you have inscribed angle with the same intercepted arc, no matter where you sit on the circle, your viewing angle is the same. So there and there. Which means anywhere you sit on the circle, you will be seeing the stage, the same angle with other people. Even if we make the stage bigger, even if we make the stage bigger, something like this, and we try to move to different points, the measure of the inscribed angle is still the same. Did you see it? Did you see it? Okay, I think that's the reason why most of our coliseums and field are circular, so that anywhere the audience sit, they will be receiving the same viewing angle. Okay, so that's one application of inscribed angle theorem. Okay, and let's go back here. Furthermore, yeah. In what other ways can we use our learning experience for today, including proving? Okay, let us summarize the lesson. In what other ways can we use our learning experience for today? Proving and other reasoning, thinking critically. Yeah. In what other way can we use our learning experience for today? So, Aaron, Papa, do you think studying how to think critically is important?
Yes, sir.
In what way can it help us?
It can help us in our, sir, in our, in our everyday life, sir.
Okay, it can help us in, example is?
For example, sir, if you want to be an engineer, if you want to construct a building, sir, there are a
Okay.
lot of ideas that can help you.
Okay, there will be a lot of ideas if you are going to think critically. Okay, so that's one application of our learning experience for today. And also, since we are living in the social media world, I would like to emphasize this. So we study math not only to compute, but also to learn how to think critically. Because someone who is used on proving things, like what we did a while ago, won't easily be fooled by our social media. So when you see something like this on your social media, and fake news about someone giving money, fake news about person editing the news and then replacing it with title, you will always get the habit of checking whether this is valid or not. Okay, that's the main point of our lesson for today. So we prove not only because it's part of the requirement, but we prove to teach ourselves how to think critically so we can use that to make decisions in our everyday life. Okay. So, and that's it. I already mentioned that. And finally, what have you learned about the inscribed angle theorem, Beneflor? Sophia Beneflor, what have you learned about the inscribed angle theorem?
I have learned that inscribed angle theorem is really helpful in our work.
Okay. How about thank you very much. How about the formula of it, how to solve for something? Who can recall or state again the inscribed angle theorem? How about Fardo? Fardo. Yes,
The
Fardo.
inscribed angle theorem po states that an angle inscribed in a circle is half of the central angle that subtends the same arc on the circle. Therefore,
Okay.
the angle does not change as its vertex is moved to different positions on the circle.
Oh, yeah, okay. So thank you very much for that summary, Fardo. Again, inscribed angle is half the measure of the central angle if and only if they subtend the same arc. Okay, so that's the point also of our lesson for today. So it is quizzes time. So I want you to bring out your second device and please proceed to the link that I'm going to show. So let's check if we have learned something for today.
And yeah, there. Okay. So do you see it on your screen? So again, when you join our quizzes for our short evaluation, please name your account or your username with your group number underscore your name. So we can trace the best group for today. As of now, so leading with the group works based on our rubrics is group number 3. Okay. So, yeah. Do you see it on your screen? Do you see the link on your screen? Okay. So we have Fardo and Papa, Serna, Bibon, Althea, okay, Precious. We have nine players already. 9 players. Limon, San Jose. Okay, 1 more minute to connect. 1 more minute to connect. So yeah, Villamor. 13 players. EOS is there. Benaflor is connected. Kurt Iso is connected. We have 16 players now. Panganiban. Okay. And let's see if someone will connect again. We have around. Okay. So we have 17 players for this quizzes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yan. Rina connected. Yan. Nakahabol si Rina. So we have now 19. One more. John Rig Rifalda. Okay. So we have 19 participants for the quizzes. And get ready because we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. And let's play quizzes. Año Nuevo. Okay, so there we have the EOS, San Jose, Serna, Ilupisan. Althea get perfect. And so, and where's it? Ayan. Okay. So there, can you hear my voice, everyone? Okay, congratulations to our top three, Nase, Papa, and who's the other one? Nase, Papa, and Serna. Okay, top one si Serna natin. Okay, so our most of your classmates failed to answer number 3 or question number 3. And let's recap with question number 3. Okay, I think yeah. So it's a two-step problem. That's why they weren't able to get the correct answer. However, we still have good thing to celebrate. Many of your classmates get 100% on our assessment. Oh, thank you very much for participating with that. Any more question with our lesson? Do you encounter another problem? Any more questions from the group? Group number 1, do you have a question? Group number 1? Serna, you have a question? Any more question to raise? Group number 1?
None po, sir.
Okay, how about group number 2 from Fardo? Do you have any more question to raise?
So far po, sir, none po.
None? Okay, how about group number 3, Hinagpisan?
None po.
Okay, no more questions. Okay, so since I was astonished by how you prepare for the presentation, I will also present to you another activity for your for additional task, so that we can practice more of your critical thinking skills. So we proved the inscribed angle theorem using GeoGebra. This time we're going to prove the inscribed angle theorem using the traditional proof of two-column proof. Okay, so yan naman ang ating additional task. So next meeting, I think next week we'll be doing a two-column proof starting with the inscribed angle theorem. So these 3 cases first, and then after that we will try a different case. Okay, so since there are no more questions, I would like to thank everyone for participating in our session. Nasaan na sila? Ayan. Okay, stop share. Okay, thank you very much, 10 Modesty, for your participation. And I really believe that you did your part in our groupings. Okay, so I hope to see you next meeting for our next session. Goodbye and have a nice day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.